Coming up on News Live at 6, the FDA recommends vaccines for kids age 5 to 11. CitrusTV reporter Nicole Aponte has more on what this means for kids in Onondaga County.
Plus, Orange Central is this weekend. Our Ilana Epstein has more on events going on across campus.
And we have new details on the upcoming trial of the Kyle Rittenhouse case in Wisconsin. All that and more. CitrusTV News Live at 6 starts right now.
Is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
The FDA is recommending kids aged 5 to 11 to get a low-level dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Good evening and welcome to News Live at 6. I'm Trey Redfield.
And I'm Wenskoski. There are also booster shot clinics going on all across Onondaga County.
New at 6, the FDA Advisory Committee has recommended a lower dose of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine that's safe for children aged 5 to 11. We now go live to CitrusTV reporter Nicole Aponte, who's at the On Center. Nicole, what does this mean for Onondaga County?
Good evening, Trey. I'm standing right in front of the On Center, which is set to become a mass vaccination clinic right here in Onondaga County if the FDA were to approve the low-dosage shot of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine for those ages 5 to 11. An FDA Advisory Committee met last night with a 17-0 vote, really naming this shot okay for this age group. The next step with the COVID-19 vaccine is to vaccinate those 28 million children in the entire United States, leaving only those 4 and younger ineligible to get the vaccine. Syracuse University professor Dr. David Larson says that even if the FDA were to approve the vaccination, he doesn't know what this will do for transmission rates right here in the county.
I wonder what it will do to transmission. We haven't seen much, if any, transmission in the schools. The schools have done a fantastic job. You know, they upgraded their ventilation and their filters. Masks are required, and there hasn't been big transmission in our schools.
Ryan McMahon announced on Monday that mass vaccination clinics could be popping up for this age group, and this age group needs to be accompanied by parents and their guardians. Now, we've seen it in the past with the On Center and the New York State Fairgrounds opening up as mass vaccination clinics right here in the county, but school districts and pediatricians' offices are set to open as them as well. Now, Dr. David Larson believes that with pediatricians administering the COVID-19 vaccine, he hopes that this can lift the hesitancy off of those parents who do not want to vaccinate their children.
And the more typical we can make this, the more uptake we'll get. And so the first step would be obviously the mass campaigns, and the early adopters, the folks like me who are very eager to get the vaccine for their children will get them vaccinated. And the wait and see parents, they'll probably do it through their pediatrician.
As for Dr. David Larson, he has 4 young children of his own, and he plans to vaccinate them as soon as the FDA does authorize the low-dosage Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. He says the benefits outweighs the cost, and that with COVID-19 it has long-term effects that is unknown until later in life for these children, so he urges parents to really vaccinate their children. Now, the CDC is still recommending those 12 and older to get the vaccination, and you can do that right here in Onondaga County. Kitty Drugs is offering a Pfizer booster shot clinic on Friday and a Moderna booster shot clinic tomorrow. Appointments can be made on ongov.net or the Kitty Drugs website. Reporting live from the On Center, Nicole Aponte, CitrusTV News. Guys?
Nicole, thank you so much.
New details across Onondaga County. COVID-19 cases continue to drop. County Executive Ryan McMahon said they reported a 31% drop in cases compared to last week. This is also the lowest number of cases reported in the county since September 6th.
However, 44 county residents have died so far in October, the most deaths recorded in a single month since February. McMahon described the drop in cases as drastic and really positive. However, McMahon urged the SU community to remain vigilant in fighting COVID-19.
I think the university just needs to hang in there for a little bit here, and let's see how we get through November. And then if we're getting through November, we're still in a great place in the community and on the campus, then I think certainly the chancellor and their team have a decision to make.
There are only 3 days left to get your flu shot here at SU. Flu shots are available through the Barnes Center every day this week beginning at 9 a.m. Students are required to get the shot before the start of spring semester unless exempt for medical or religious reasons.
Syracuse University is making admission into the Dome sporting events a little bit easier for children. SU announced it will no longer require a COVID test for children aged 12 and under. This would apply for remaining football games as well as for all upcoming SU basketball games. Masks are still required for everyone aged 5 and older, and regardless of their vaccination status as well.
And with Halloween beginning shortly, the university is reminding students to stay safe. In an email, SU is encouraging students to be cautious and vigilant. The email encourages students to maintain COVID-safe health practices and be aware of their surroundings. The email also reminded students to be respectful to each other and the local Syracuse community. SU's homecoming weekend events are coming up, and the university is holding lots of events throughout the week. CitrusTV reporter Ilana Epstein is live at the Shine Student Center to break down some of these events. Ilana?
Thank you so much, Trey and Ashley. Right now, I am standing outside of Shine Student Center, where Syracuse alumni and their families will gather this weekend. Orange Central, which takes place every year, is Syracuse University's homecoming event, which features family-friendly events for Syracuse alumni and their families. Activities are set to start Friday afternoon and will continue through Sunday. Events taking place this weekend include a large tailgate on the quad prior to the BC-Syracuse football game on Saturday. Other events include special reunions, which are celebrating milestones anywhere from 5 years all the way to 60 years. This year will also honor classes who missed their in-person reunions due to COVID in 2020. Events for Orange Central will kick off on Friday evening on the quad with a Cuse cookout for everyone. The main headline event, which is the Syracuse University Alumni Awards Celebration, will take place Friday evening. 10 esteemed alumni will be acknowledged. These honorees include Eileen M. Collins, an astronaut who was the first female commander of a space shuttle, and the president of Pixar Animation Studios, Jim Morris. Morris will also be hosting a conversation for Newhouse students in the Joyce Hergenhan Auditorium Friday at 10:30 a.m. Other events taking place include special campus tours and programs. Masks are required for all individuals at events regardless of vaccination status. You will need to show a negative COVID test or proof of vaccination to enter the Dome on Saturday. Pre-registration is currently closed. However, you can come to the Shine Student Center on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday to sign up for more exciting events. Syracuse is excited to welcome alumni back on campus. For Citrus TV News, I'm Ilana Epstein. Trey, Ashley, back to you.
Ilana, thanks so much. Now, it's funny, there was a nor'easter around these parts a couple of days ago, but it looked so nice today. The temperatures are great, our hair looks great, both of us, that's how you know it's a really nice day around here in Syracuse, that's for sure, Ashley.
Yeah, Trey, we're finally seeing some of those really nice, cool fall temperatures. I think today was a beautiful fall day, and here to tell us more about that is Tegan Brown.
Ashley, Trey, thank you. And yes, your guys' hair looks great. I feel like this is something we talk about every single show, but the weather today is definitely helping with that. It's sunny, which compared to yesterday is something I am very happy to say. It's about 52 degrees and a low chance of rain, so don't worry, you don't have to grab that umbrella or that raincoat to go out if you're going out later today. Now, taking a look at tonight, yes, that sun is going to go away and those clouds are going to come in, but there's still a low chance of rain, so we're not going to see any sprinkles while we're sleeping. Now, the future temperatures going into the night, we're going to see them go down a little bit. They'll stay pretty constant, 48 at about 8 p.m., 46 around midnight, but I mean, you're asleep during all of this. You're not going to be that cold in your warm dorm or apartment or house. And guys, I'll throw it back to you.
Tegan, thanks so much. Standing with Survivors, Syracuse University, or SWSSU, is demanding change from the university and campus community on sexual assault and rape allegations. SWSSU wants any student accused of sexual misconduct temporarily moved to off-campus housing. They also want SU to work with Vera House, Callisto, and Planned Parenthood on anti-rape culture training. The organization also wants a new reporting system for sexual assault and harassment cases.
And 2 SU students are receiving a national scholarship for young black designers. Crystal Alston and Kumba Kahante are 2 of 15 winners of the Rising Black Designers Scholarship and Design Challenge. Architecture firm Gensler is running the scholarship. It is one of the largest firms in the world, and the goal of the scholarship is to give students of color more opportunities for scholarships and professional opportunities.
Changes are being made across the SU academic calendar for the spring semester. University officials said that an administrative error was resulted in the university extending the spring semester by 1 day. The last day of classes is now Wednesday, April 27th. Final exams will now begin on Friday, April 29th. The last day of the semester will now be on Thursday, April 12th.
And yesterday, the Onondaga County budget was set for the upcoming fiscal year. The $1.4 billion plan left out specific approval of 2 multi-million-dollar projects, including a new aquarium. County Executive Ryan McMahon will need to pitch both projects again to legislators. A proposed amendment would require McMahon to make a case to the legislature to achieve a 2/3 majority for the aquarium's approval.
And coming up after the break, new details in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. Find out what a Wisconsin judge said about the 2 men killed.
And Democrats in Congress want to add a new billionaires tax as part of a new infrastructure bill. Find out more on the other side.
They took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You're watching Citrus TV News with Trey Redfield, Ashley Wenskoski, Tegan Brown, and Zach Richter. Citrus TV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. A judge in Wisconsin says that the men shot by Kyle Rittenhouse should not be referred to as victims. Judge Bruce Schroeder said they should be called rioters or looters. His attorneys claim the shots were in self-defense.
Protests erupted in Kenosha, last year after the police shooting of Jacob Blake. This followed the police killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis 3 months before. He claims that he was there to protect businesses from looting.
Democrats in the House are adding a proposal for a new billionaires tax. The tax would help to pay for a $3.2 trillion spending bill. Right now, billionaires are taxed on realized gains, which are sold stocks or other assets.
This new proposal would also add tax unrealized gains. This would tax stocks and other assets that an owner has not sold. Democrats have not said what the tax rate for this would be yet. It would target the 700 wealthiest people in the country.
The U.S. State Department is issuing passports with an X gender marker. Back in June, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said that the move was to be more inclusive to the LGBT community.
Before this, passports only had gender options with M for male and F for female. There has been legislation in the past looking to make this change. Representative Ro Khanna of California introduced a bill back in February of last year.
And the latest around the globe. Pope Francis will visit Canada in an effort to help reconcile with Indigenous peoples. He was invited by Canadian bishops, and the Vatican has not announced when the trip will take place. This comes after months after the remains of hundreds of Indigenous children were found in British Columbia.
Authorities have made similar discoveries at other residential schools across the country. Many of these schools were run by the Catholic Church. Francis will also meet with leaders of 3 indigenous groups at the Vatican in December: the First Nation, the Métis, and the Inuit.
President Biden will travel to the G20 summit in Italy this weekend. He aims to signal U.S. re-engagement with allies after 4 years of Donald Trump's, quote, America First policies. He is set to discuss energy prices, the Iranian nuclear program, and supply chain issues.
Biden's schedule includes a meeting with the Pope at the Vatican on Friday, followed by the G20 meetings in Rome. This year's G20 is seen as a preview of the UN Climate Change Conference in Glasgow. It is also the first time that representatives of the US, UK, Australia, and France will meet since the US scuttled France's nuclear submarine deal.
When we come back, we'll take a look at fall weather that is finally getting into full swing. Stay with us.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. They were with you when you felt unbreakable. With you that time you felt most alone. And with you when you realized you would never be. They were with you when you shared your love with the world. And with you when she became your world. Your girls have never left you. They're still with you right now. But how well do you know them? You don't know much. Knowing your breasts can save your life.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Live at 6. Let's take a look at our weather across central, western, and eastern New York. Now, you'll see that it's pretty similar across the state. Going east toward Rome, about 55 degrees. Right here in Syracuse, 52. And going all the way west to Rochester, same thing, 52 degrees. Going south toward Binghamton, 54. Pretty similar temperatures that we're seeing here. And if for some reason you're traveling to any of these places for Halloween this weekend, these temperatures are pretty much going to stay the same. So definitely bring that jacket to wear over your Halloween costume. As great as it might look, you don't want to freeze. And let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Now you'll see my little Syracuse S there twice. You'll see it today because it's a game day for Syracuse basketball. They have one of their preseason games, and if you're going to that, that'll be at 7 o'clock. And it'll be about 61 degrees when you're going. And moving on to Saturday, Syracuse football is going to take on Boston College right here at home. And it's actually going to be pretty nice for that game. Well, it'll be nicer earlier in the day. It's actually going to rain during the game. But going on later into the week, we see even more rain. We see some sun. But mostly we're seeing those temperatures in the 50s, low 40s, mid 40s. And going on to tomorrow, let's take a look at what it's going to be around 9 a.m. It'll be about 40 degrees, so when you're waking up there, definitely want a jacket. 58 later in the day, and a very low chance of rain. Trey, Ashley, back to you.
Thanks so much, Tegan. Executives from TikTok, Snapchat, and YouTube were grilled by senators yesterday about the steps that their platforms are taking to protect younger users. This comes weeks after a Facebook executive faced questions on the same issue. Both Democrats and Republicans raised concerns that 3 companies are harming kids and are promoting destructive acts.
These acts include vandalism in schools, deadly viral challenges, bullying, eating disorders, and manipulative influencer marketing. TikTok and Snapchat executives acknowledge the need to do more to protect their platforms.
Football is back. Plus, SU football takes on a rival this weekend. All that and more right after the break.
Got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. big time.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Come on, it's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
And now, your CitrusTV Sports Report.
Rejoice, SU fans. Somehow, some way, Syracuse men's basketball is back in, well, less than an hour. It's been 213 days since the Orange last took the court. But tonight, the team takes on Pace in an exhibition matchup inside the Dome. This season promises to be a whole lot different from last. The transfer portal claimed the likes of Quincy Guerrier, point guard Kadari Richmond, as well as stretchman Robert Braswell. In lieu of those three, insert Jimmy Boeheim, Cole Swider, and Symir Torrance. All three transferred to Central New York in the offseason. But put aside the new faces for 1 second, and this season still promises to be a far cry from a year ago. Head coach Jim Boeheim says this campaign has an entirely new feel to it.
You know, it's obviously a lot better. We feel we know what's going to happen, that we're going to be playing and fans will be there. So I think that's just a different. We know we're going to most likely play, which last year at this time I don't think we really knew anything.
Well, the Orange begin to put last season in the rear-view mirror tonight. Exhibition matchups have treated Jim Boeheim's squad well in recent years. SU has won 21 straight preseason games dating back to 2009. The Orange and Settlers tip off in just under 40 minutes at 7. It's a busy time in SU sports. Syracuse football is preparing for a matchup with rival Boston College this Saturday. This season, there's been nothing the Orange have loved more than playing close games. Don't believe me? Well, last weekend's 41-36 win over Virginia Tech marked the team's 5th straight game decided by 1 possession. The victory marked just the 2nd time in program history a team has played 5 or more such games in a single season. Only time will tell if the Orange plan on being a bit more considerate to the SU faithful's blood pressure this weekend. Syracuse and Boston College meet for the 55th time on Saturday. The Old Northeast rivals kick off at 3:30 inside the Dome. In NBA action, the Nets play host to the Heat tonight. It's been a bit of a slow start for Brooklyn. The preseason favorites to win the NBA title are just 2-2 on the young season. The team is still playing without Kyrie Irving due to his decision not to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Tonight's matchup is scheduled for a 7:30 tip-off. Miami comes in at 2-1 on the year. Jimmy Butler has been fantastic for the Heat. On the diamond, the Fall Classic continues tonight. The Braves take on the Astros in Game 2 of the World Series. Atlanta took Game 1 6-2 last night in dominating fashion. Bravos jumped out to a 5-0 lead in the 3rd inning and cruised to a victory from that point on. Tonight in Texas, Max Fried will get the start for Atlanta. It's his first World Series appearance in his career. Opening pitch is set for 8:09.
Now, Jacob, I want to go back to Syracuse basketball. We're getting so close. That first exhibition, like you mentioned, Where do you see the Orange this year? It's just a quick, way too early prediction for us.
Well, listen, there's a lot of new faces for the Orange at the end of the day. It's going to be difficult for them to adjust, but I think this team puts it together near the stretch, and surprise, surprise, they're on the March Madness bubble come the end of the season.
That's what we love to hear, my friend. Well, when we come back, we'll take one last look at your weather. Stick with us.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly,
disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent. We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Hey guys, welcome back. You know, tomorrow is going to be a good day, and here's why. It's going to be sunny, and although it's going to be a little bit colder in the morning when you wake up, around 40 degrees, it's still going to be a nice temperature to get out for your walk to class. Wear a coat, maybe a hat if you have one, but it's going to be sunny, 0 to 5 mile per hour winds, excuse me. And you know, let's take a look at a beautiful photo that was taken last night. Jonathan Danilich on Twitter there. This is of Setner with the lights from the dome in the background just reflecting off of all of those clouds. And man, what a sight that is. Beautiful, right guys?
Absolutely pristine. You gotta love it. But let's go down to Alabama. An apartment complex down there has a new honorary tenant, and it's an alligator. It crawled out of a storm drain and began crawling towards the complex. A school bus was dropping the kids off less than 50 feet down the street.
Oh my goodness, one couple called police and wildlife. Most others tried to record the shocking scene. The alligator did not quite make it to the apartment complex as wildlife officials safely captured it and took it away.
Absolutely wild.
I feel like we talk about like reptiles and animals a lot on this show. We talked about turtles a few weeks ago.
We love animals. Animals are just what keeps us going here on every Wednesday News Live at 6. I wonder if it's going to be I think it's going to be a dog next week.
Well, really? You know, we have a lot of weather to deal with here in central New York, but at least we don't have alligators.
That's true. That's a very good point.
I mean, don't jinx us. I mean, the world's getting a little bit crazy. Don't wanna get any alligators here.
Can't have that, because if there were alligators up here, they would probably eat me for lunch. That's just what I think. I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
they would probably pick you first.
They may take our producer Oscar Offerman. I don't know.
There
is someone that's going to be in the dumps.
Have you guys ever seen an alligator in person?
I'm sorry?
I have not.
I have. I took a boat tour in Florida, and there were alligators crawling on the boat.
Unreal. Unreal. Thank goodness we're in Syracuse, New York, because like we mentioned, no such thing as an alligator. But that's all the time we have today on Citrus TV News Live at 6.
For more of the latest, follow us on Citrus TV News on Twitter or check out our website at citrustv.com.
For all of us here on Citrus TV News, I'm Trey Redfield.
And I'm Ashley Wenskoski. Have a great night, Syracuse.